All right, welcome back. We're back. Lane's here. Not a Fed.
Yep.
This is Mount Mandan Live. Save Montana Series, Episode 3. We got Hometown Lane, FBI Lane, Black Pill Pod. All right, Lane's here to bring the pain. You want to do a little introduction of yourself?
Yeah. I'm Lane. I live here in Montana.
Well, were you born here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like Montana?
Love Montana. What is the deal with the glasses? Why are we doing this?
Oh, incognito mode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the internet has a button you press. It's incognito mode. And nobody knows who you are.
Do you figure that works?
No.
Does this go to an IP address of yours?
No. No IP address. Well, anyways, do you want to give people background information? You're your first actual born and raised Montanan.
Yeah.
She's on a Montana
podcast.
Montana podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Born and raised in Montana.
Yeah.
Went to college here.
Which college? No, don't tell me.
Yeah. Montana Tech School of Mines.
There's only one mind here. All right, keep going.
Wait, what else do you want to know?
Just whatever you want to share. A little background.
Isn't this your podcast?
Yeah, but I'm asking you questions.
I don't know, business owner in the area.
Smart. Good.
No. I don't know if I'd be confused for smart, but yeah.
Do you run a good business? Well-run
Yeah, I
machine?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Why you gotta be so awkward, bub?
Ask a question. What is this?
All right, I'll ask a question. All right, I wanted to kind of get into this pod since you are born and raised here and all that. Might get a little dark for the kids out there. Let's talk about the strange relationship that Montana locals have with like tourists and how the rich coming in, buying land, buying everything up,
All right.
making costs go up. I'll ask you a direct question. Is this kicking out the local born and raised here? What do you think?
I think, I heard it this week. Like, Montana is still a little over 50% people that are born here.
Okay.
But the area that we live in, it's like 41%.
So, a little lower, but...
Yeah, lower. But, I don't know, I'd say, like, going back to when I was in high school, just with the influx after, like, 2019, 2020, like, those numbers have drastically changed.
Yeah, do you notice a lot of friends moving?
Not as much, like, movement out, but movement in.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, our population has boomed, but it's boomed in specific areas of the state.
Gotcha.
So there's not a lot of people moving to Pony, but yeah.
Why not?
Which is where we could be sitting, I guess.
Yeah. Allegedly. Hold on a second. Make sure we're running up. We're running. Sorry, people. It's been a while. Harvest is done. We're good. We're back at it. We're getting some rain right now, so if you hear raindrops.
Yeah, but in the area, like, I grew up in, the area we're in, like, growing up, you'd see a lot more people go down to Arizona, like snowbirds,
right,
leave in the wintertime and come back. So it might not have had permanent residence here, but it'd be a vastly different community in the winter than it was in the summertime.
Right, yeah, they're here for the nice weather, summertime.
Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, you'd always have, like, the tourism, but, I mean, it's never taken me as long to drive through town.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like even we're September 30th, last day of September, I even noticed traffic, like during the week is like a lot. So.
And that's like in the last 3 years where it's like it kind of just didn't go away.
Right.
It eased up a little bit, but it's still steady.
Yeah.
Just more people. Yeah.
So in regards to that, like, what do you see the negatives of that? Like, just more people causing more problems, or do you think it's more of like?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a demographic shift.
Yeah.
Here. Or like, I'm fine with people coming in. Like that is my business, is working for people that come to the area.
Right.
But I would like people to remember why they moved here.
Right.
And don't make it the exact same way. This is the place that you just left.
Yeah, that's a big thing, because that's why we moved here, to like keep it the same. Not, we loved it. So I grew up coming here a couple times. So I was like, I like that place. They got mountains. Okay,
you got mountains.
Am I allowed to be here? I don't know. But so yeah, we're changing.
To be seen, you're in the probation area. period.
Yeah, I think it's what 20 years.
Is that what it is?
I heard somebody say some shit
So
like that.
I never heard this as a native Montanan, except for from people that aren't from here.
All right, well,
like this is how long it's gonna take for me to be local.
How long? Well, let's ask you. Do I get a pass?
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, let's move on.
I feel like you guys care more than we do.
I know. We got the plates.
Unless
We're
it's
good.
an asshole at a bar that just feels like being in it. But
Yeah.
what's our cussing policy on this podcast? Okay.
I think we're clear.
All right.
This is not for children. I'll make sure I'll hit the right button this time.
Don't put this in the adult entertainment section, please.
No, there's like one
I don't want
button.
this weird room to go that direction.
Well, this one's interesting. We might go on Rumble too. You ever heard of Rumble?
Yeah, I'm familiar with what Rumble is.
It's not extremists,
Okay.
but
Is it like the alternative to Twitter or
alternative to YouTube, I would say.
what? Okay.
You know, like YouTube kind of kicks people off sometimes.
Okay.
or like-
You got Trump.com for the alternative to Twitter.
Well, hold on. We're gonna get into that later on. It's weird talking to a camera. Our producers he's on vacation. So,
Okay, so
yeah.
you usually
there's usually someone.
you usually talk to that empty chair.
No, I don't usually talk to a chair. This is why it'd be weird to like do a podcast like by yourself.
I think that this is running great.
Okay. we're just laughing. All right, so yeah, follow up on the other thing. None of this BS. How can people adapt to the changing, demographic, as you said? What do you think?
I don't know. I think this. I think the area is perpetually in a state of ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Like it'll never be as less as it once was, but the growth won't always continue at the same rate.
Okay, I see it might go down more, is what I think, because I think just in general, the birth rates, we can get into that.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
also if you look at like the demographics of this community,
You think it's like older retirees?
it's not
or
young
no?
people. Yeah.
Right, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, like older people with money.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You got a call the other day from an 85-year-old, isn't that right?
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Well, he just turned 86, so.
Happy birthday to him. That's wonderful. You think people can live to 140 as they're projecting?
Would you want to?
No. But say they figure out the science.
Who is projecting this?
I don't know. Some science asshole or some rich guy. I don't know. I follow weird things online.
Look, I see some pretty rough-looking 60-year-olds. I don't know if
Yeah.
140 sounds great.
Right, yeah. I mean, this guy works out a bunch, and he's like almost a billionaire. So he has
Okay.
like all these like
So his
medical
heart's gonna
facilities.
give out. Yeah.
I mean, just pump him in with a 25-year-old heart and keep going. They'll probably harvest him, the human, just put him right in there.
That's what I signed you up for on that list.
Oh, shit. All right, we'll talk later about that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so let's talk about, maintaining what Montana means. Like you mentioned earlier, people, coming in, bringing their baggage with them, trying to change the state. Especially in like tourist areas, I noticed,
Yeah, more so.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if we're being honest, like
Let's be honest.
that is where we live, is a tourist area.
I mean, you would assume.
Yeah, I mean, like this area is where people that lived elsewhere in Montana would come for their summer vacation, basically.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense. Can we silence our cell phones?
Should I
please?
do that?
It's fine. He's on the clock. It's Saturday. Who cares? So yeah.
But I don't know. As far as like keeping it the same way that it is, I think that's an uphill fight.
Right.
Yeah.
So get married, have kids,
Get married, have kids. But I think
raise them correctly,
that's generally a good
homeschool your kids.
piece of advice for everybody.
Um,
I don't know. I think even if you don't homeschool your kid, I think you should be very active in your kids' education and
Yeah.
what they're seeing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was mentioning like what Montana means. So it's like traditional values that will help. That.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bullshit in the world right now. And we'll talk about it because I'm angry. The whole point of this podcast is I'm angry.
You're
today.
angry? All right.
As you can tell.
Let's get into your anger.
Not yet. It's later in the podcast. The Black Pill Pod. Hard work is Montana. Love for outdoors. being a good neighbor, community.
Yeah. Appreciation of what you have too.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to not necessarily take it for granted, but like stop noticing, and then you like pick your head up and you look at the views that we have, and you're like, oh yeah, that's why people are constantly coming here. Yeah.
Yeah, you get so focused on like work or like, you know.
Yeah, just like
distractions.
Your individual bullshit. Where,
right.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be that.
Yeah.
So.
Where it's nice to pick your head up and go like, oh yeah, this isn't terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
So should we abolish all national parks?
Abolish all national parks. Oof.
Are you a Ron Paul revolution guy? Or?
I don't know about abolishing national parks entirely. I think that, like most things, they're poorly run.
Right.
Yeah.
So bureaucracy, which brings me into my next point. But
I fall down on this like entire like public land, private land.
Sure.
Just in general, like there are some stuff that we should preserve to like the best of our ability. Where like you don't want to see like a Portland pop up in Yellowstone, but
right.
Also, I'm fine with some economical mining going on in that place too.
Okay. I mean, that might cause it to blow up, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know the logistics on that. Or
we're not scientists here, so.
But yeah, I don't know. But I look at a state like Texas, which Texas likes to think it is what Montana is.
It's not.
But it's like something like 90% privately owned. So like all the public land hunting that you can enjoy in Montana, fishing, backpacking, whatever, or cross-country skiing if you're a weirdo, but like all that stuff just goes away when it's entirely private, and then you're buying a lease off somebody else.
Yeah, and then they raise the price of their
which like here, like you can drive 20 minutes in any direction and you're on public land,
which is pretty awesome.
It is.
Yeah, so like there's the benefit of like part of me is like I kind of fall in the middle. Like I say get rid of the federal government altogether. But I think people need to govern themselves, but also people govern themselves.
More of a emphasis on like community govern.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah. Like, you know, like we used to have, it sounds weird and like rudimentary, like we used to have tribes of small people, but they all got along, right? And if there was a weirdo in that tribe, everybody saw that. And they got out. Now all the weirdos...
send them to Weirdo Island.
Send them to Weirdo Island. Now all the weirdos are online, me included, but I'm not that kind of weirdo. I'm not on that list. You know what I mean? You know that list I'm talking about? I'm not on that list. But there's a whole thing on this about these people, and they're all together online chatting up their weird-ass ideas. Yeah. And then they're in...
It's also like jobs. Entirely virtual, where
it's not real.
It's not actual human interaction.
They've never been punched in the face.
It's just you and your weird friends sitting in front of a computer,
right? Yeah. And then you keep but it goes both ways. Like people like us maybe would do that too, but like we're not weirdos though. You know?
Yeah. Also,
I'm a little weird. You're
I don't
weird.
belong to any online communities.
You're not in the chat rooms. All right.
What were you doing on January 6th, Dan?
I was like, those police officers are really nice for letting them in. Giving that guy with the big old horns a nice little tour.
He did win the costume contest.
It was pretty good. You know, he's probably from Montana.
He stopped at the wrong spot, but yeah.
Well, they were waving him in. They're like, "Come on in. Just go in the red carpet area. Don't touch anything." I mean, they did touch stuff. There was a weird thing you hear about, like the Pelosi desk.
Yeah, it's the guy
bizarre.
Drinking a Coors Light.
Coors Light, like feet up,
his feet on her desk.
And you're like, you know, that's weird. You know, you're taking a photo. There's cameras. You're like, they see you, dude.
You are one of the most photographed locations on planet Earth.
It's like, it's good, you know, if you don't share it online. But also don't think it was like government didn't, like Trump didn't provoke that. I don't believe in that.
I think the idea that it was going to overthrow the democracy
was ridiculous.
Is an astounding thing to say.
Yeah, like that's a statement.
Or like equating it to 9/11. I was like, no, you had like 300
Pearl Harbor, 9/11.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
You had 300 dipshits go into the U.S. Capitol.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know. They broke some stuff. Whatever. There's some altercations.
There's some weirdness.
Yeah, like not a great thing. Don't do that.
And you probably had 50 to 100 federal agents in the crowd.
They're promptly arrested. Like on that day
Yeah.
or like
Throw
6
away
months
the key.
after, and the vote was certified within 2 hours.
I know,
Like,
and they're still in prison, a lot of them.
yeah, like
Years.
that doesn't sound like the most insurrection thing.
No.
Also,
It's trespassing.
certainly not a good thing to do.
Mhm.
But
But that brings
Yeah.
me to my next point. That was a good segue. We're not allowed to talk about January 6th on YouTube, man.
okay, yeah.
That's why we're going on Rumble now. So federal policies that are threatening regular people, you can talk about regular people, or like Montanans' way of life. What do you think? Federal policies.
Which ones?
Yeah, what do you think is like the biggest threat? You know, like,
I think the biggest threat to like your day-to-day life is the same for everywhere. It's an overreaching government that
right.
isn't governing based on like the values or morals of the people that you live around.
Yeah.
So community by community, that obviously changes, and they govern themselves different. That's what you see with the state structure.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not a perfect structure.
Montana
but
doesn't have the same laws as your beloved home state of California.
I'm not from there.
But
I was hatched there in the lab.
yeah, they are allowed to govern each other differently.
Yeah.
Whereas just if you have an overarching hand put on it with no nuance,
Yeah.
yeah, that's an issue for everybody. It doesn't matter which side of the political aisle you're on.
No.
Like
Taxes go up.
Yeah.
You get poorer. No,
like
just like
if
everybody.
you like Trump's the worst thing that's ever happened. I'm like, okay,
They really do hate him.
yeah. So he's
weird.
the worst thing that ever happened. But we need to expand the federal government.
But what about the memes, though, man?
yeah.
The memes are amazing.
The memes?
The memes. About
Which ones?
Trump? The Trump memes are great.
Oh yeah,
Or like him on Twitter, just like
What-
blasting fools.
he is just a comedy figure.
Yeah. Orange Man, not bad.
Like
Orange Man, funny.
Orange Man, pretty damn funny.
Pretty damn funny.
Orange Man, in my opinion, not great for America.
I mean, yeah, he's a divisive, dividing
Yeah,
figure.
and I
Like,
certainly like. I don't think he killed American politics, but he did kick the body a couple times.
it was already dead, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with like news, you know, media. You're like, here's the story. Have you seen the local reel where it's like it shows every local station saying the same thing, and you're like, oh, we're not in a simulation at all. They're telling us the truth. You shouldn't look. I'll show it to you later. It's like,
So do you buy into the simulation idea?
no, I wrestle with it.
You wrestle with
I wrestle with it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say
All
about it. Just wrestle with it. You know. So that brings me to my next point. Have you heard the term the silent depression?
Yes.
Do you think we're in the silent depression?
Like, yeah, depending on where you are.
Have you seen the comparisons with the Great Depression for current times?
For current times, no. But
We're worse than the Great Depression currently.
yeah, and we're also like sitting on inflated currency, and
Right. So
yeah, that's it. I do see something happening. I don't have future glasses. Like
nobody does.
yeah, and so I think anybody taking a hard line on what is going to happen,
No, don't do that.
yeah, it's mildly ridiculous. But I do feel like we're at an inflection point on
Yeah.
economically, and yeah,
Well, do you know the companies? I'm really getting into it. This is darkness. BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard.
Yep.
And our video just got pulled.
yep, I know all of those companies. Yeah,
Do you know the prediction? It's a rumor, but they're trying to buy up all single-family resident homes within 6 years. Not all, but like all
Yeah,
the market.
majority, yeah.
Majority, like
okay, or stage the market
Yeah.
or whatever. How realistic do you see that being?
they own. I heard terms. I don't know if they're true. That's the problem. I don't know what the fuck is true anymore.
Yeah.
But I've heard rumors where they already own, what was it, like 80+% of the S&P 500 companies, meaning they run the United States,
Yeah.
meaning the...
I know at least
yeah.
specifically BlackRock in the last year has taken a decent hit
Yeah, because
for
they're
some of
woke,
their
they're woke
investments.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Bud Light and all that. It's been a weird summer. I haven't done this since like this. I don't know when the last one was, but
Since you met me.
episode 3. When did I meet you?
uh,
On Tinder,
shit, last year? Yeah, I can't believe you swiped on me.
on Grindr or whatever it is. We're very pro everybody here, just to let you know. Isn't it weird?
Yeah, unless
This
you
is a weird
suck.
show.
Like,
Unless you suck. That is okay. Yeah, we are pro everyone until you suck,
Yeah.
or if you suck, because people are just shitty. You know.
Yeah, people
You know?
tend to be shitty. Yeah.
Most people tend to be shitty. So most of you we don't like. And if you're being shitty, stop.
Has everybody kept the glasses on the entire time?
You have to. It's night. It's sunny out in the rain. Ooh, I wrote some stuff down. Yeah, so silent depression, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have abundant food, we have abundant media / distractions, but no money, no legacy, no motivation, and not many people get married, buying homes, you know, doing the traditional American.
Yeah. Which, I don't know. I think that you could label that as like the root of this.
You think it stems from not people, things like the hookup culture type of deal?
Yeah, I think that hookup culture is basically poison for society.
It is 100% poison.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there's been a long history of things working well where it's like, okay, you get married and you have kids.
Yeah, you go to church.
You build a family structure.
You work hard.
You're involved in the community.
Yep.
And you have
Yeah.
coherence. I don't know. Like there's a funny thing with Rockefeller.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perpetual money systems.
But he went to the same church
Hmm?
almost his entire life. So
Consistency is key.
if you were a plumber, you'd
Yeah.
still be sitting next to John Rockefeller, the richest man on earth, at
Wow.
Sunday service. So it wasn't like a separate class.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, community.
You're
being
community
together.
driven.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah, I think so.
For that, it's a different time, Lane.
Yeah,
Did
very
they
much
have
so.
Did they have nuclear bombs back then?
At the end of Rockefeller's life, yeah.
At the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on nukes? You pro or against?
I'm a caveman, man. I don't know. I say just go out in the street and start fist fighting. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. I don't want to see Joe Biden get in a fist fight. I do not want to see that.
As far as comedy goes.
No, it's just sad, man. It's just sad.
Well, who's he fighting? You got to pick it up.
It would be Putin.
Putin?
Or
Yeah, but he's kind of... There's some questions on his medical capability right now.
hey, Putin's a black belt or something. I don't know. It's not a fair fight. But yeah, Joseph, Senor Biden.
Yeah, he's a
Bitten.
big guy.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's
Putin's
fairly
small.
tall.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
the aliens are running him, man.
but you also have like he doesn't really know what he's doing. So
you
that guy's
just-
capable of anything.
Oh, he could have gone like a full on Neanderthal. Just like flames come out of his eyes and just like,
Shirt off at the beach, Joe Biden.
still, I don't want to see that. What are we talking about?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So don't want to see that, but it could be a possibility. I don't know.
No.
Let's see if our production quality. Lane, can you talk about what's your stance on, drug policy and all that?
On drug policy?
Yeah, we have a, border crisis, drug problem, fentanyl.
I'm not pro. Yeah.
You're not pro fentanyl. You hear it here first. Lane.
And I honestly, I like it. I don't know. I have some libertarian leanings, but
I do too.
I'm not pro legalization across the board either.
Yeah, there's some people that can't even smoke weed because they will literally go insane. That's the thing.
Well, also, I don't know. You look at just in our corner of the world, like Seattle or Portland, where you have the
it's legal. Heroin's legal. Stuff like that. Shitty stuff.
It's not turning out great.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I think a few of those places actually went back on their policy.
Yeah.
Which,
I imagine quietly.
yeah, it was quiet. But I don't know if that all of them did. I mean, Seattle had a internet, what is that? The Chaz zone or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that
Yep.
what I'm saying right? It's
Yep.
like they had
Chaz.
this. People died in there.
I can't remember what it stood for, but yeah, people.
It was
got
like
murdered in there. Yeah.
It was like an autonomous zone, as
Yeah.
they called it, which
Yep.
is like technically it's like a reservation, but not really, obviously.
Yes, you don't know what their intent was in that.
I don't. There's
Didn't end well. Yeah.
no. There's a lot of people I hear online, which it's online, so they're just trying to scare you or whatever.
Mm.
But they're left-leaning people. They're saying Antifa's great and all this, but they don't know what fascism is. Anti-fascists. They don't know what that is. They don't know
I
what
think
the term
we're pretty
fascist
muddled on definitions.
Yeah, and
Even saying,
to say the least, we're muddled on definitions.
even like calling people Nazis and being like, that's a right-wing extremist group. I'm like, it's right-wing in the context of Europe's policies.
Yeah, we're not.
It's not the same as American.
No, and like
policies.
old policies too. It's like America's kind of like socialist now, kind of.
Yeah.
At least that's what we're heading towards.
Yeah, we do have some social leaning tendencies right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's hope, Lane. But this is the Black Pill Pod because I'm not going to talk about hope.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about it. There's no hope. Yeah. So drug crisis, border crisis. What do you think about? Should we have a border? We're our own country.
I think a country by definition needs a border.
All right, that's settled. So build the wall, Lane says. So yeah, do you think the middle class is going to go away? BlackRock going to buy it up? State Street, Vanguard? Do you think it's going to come back?
I don't think the middle class will go away. I am fairly hopeful in America. I think that's why things irritate me so much. Is because
it's good. You're listening. You're seeing.
It's easy to just be. I don't know. To go like fuck it.
Yeah,
it's gonna all burn anyway.
Who cares?
It may as well be a comedy.
And also, it is a comedy, but
well, if it wasn't so tragic, it would be funny.
Yeah, it's a tragic drama right now.
America still has like the most like upward and backward mobility between class structures.
Right.
Where
we're not Canada yet.
Like in 6 years, the people that are in the top 10% in the United States right now, a lot of them aren't going to be there.
Right.
So there is mobility and motion in our economy.
Yeah. So
even today. Yeah.
If you're a cool person, you like freedom, marry someone who likes freedom. Go have some kids.
Yeah.
Raise them. Don't drink too much apple juice.
Yeah.
Apple juice. Don't drink juice. It's actually bad for you. Too much sugar.
Yeah, juice is bad for you.
Yeah, seed oils.
Yeah.
Butter, steak. That's all I need. I'm not a doctor.
Maybe throw an apple in every once in a while.
An Advil?
An apple.
Apple, yeah. You need some fruit. Yeah, have some good fruit. Grow it yourself. It's the best fruit on a tree. So how can we fight back without nonviolent? How can we fight back against these policies that are threatening our everyday life?
As far as like politically?
I mean, politically, you got a lot of politically things. You can have
both sides elect better candidates.
Okay. So yeah, that's your libertarian coming out.
It's been a pretty big dumpster fire for a long time.
Have you seen the thing where it's a dumpster fire flowing down a flooded street?
No.
That's where we're at.
No.
That's good.
But I think you've already said the solution as far as like
I don't think it's
per household.
It's a perfect solution.
And that is get married, be involved in your community, have kids.
It doesn't matter if the nukes drop, man.
Well, I mean,
there's going to be some people that survive.
If Yellowstone blows, that would matter too.
Yeah, that would matter too. What if they all blow at once? Or meteor strike?
I don't know. Like, learn that you're only in control of the things you are in actual control of.
Which is not a lot.
Yeah.
No.
So you can change your day-to-day basis, and that can affect people around you and your local community. But
so I'm getting over cold, but what I started doing last 3 weeks, 5 a.m., working out, running, feel better. I haven't really been drinking.
That's a good thing on Montana. We're in the top, 10% on lowest obesity rates in the United States.
No fat people. There's not enough food.
And a quarter of Montanans are obese. Yeah. And we're in the top 10%.
Of obesity?
Of our lowest numbers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it makes sense. There's, 1.1 million? It's not big
there's
numbers.
Not a ton.
Yeah.
That's enough. That is enough.
Thank you and good night. Yeah. That's true, So I think another thing is that ways to fight back. What were we talking about? We weren't talking about fighting back.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were.
How do you change it?
Yeah, I changed it. No, we're good. So I think we're in a culture war right now. Do you agree? I think another way to fight back is through culture.
I think we have been in it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one way to do that, have you heard about Public Square? Please sponsor us. Um,
I have no idea what Public Square is.
Public Square. Public Square is cool. It's an app, and it shows you like people who have like similar views to you,
Mhm.
and they own businesses.
Okay.
So like it's growing a lot. Like I got it when it first came out, and then I looked in our area. There was like 3 spots, and now that it's big, I looked on it again. There's like 25, 30 spots. It's not a big area, but there's like
Yeah.
all these spots joining it.
Mhm.
And they also have like online store. They're kind of like,
So it's like an online co-op.
yeah, they're not necessarily they're trying to like replace
Are you having
Amazon.
a little like?
It's like an Amazon alternative or like a Yelp alternative.
Also, as far as quality of life, Amazon has been phenomenal for people.
It doesn't last that long, but I got some good stuff on Amazon.
Like
Truck parts. Hopefully it'll last. I mean, it's steel. It said it was steel, so I don't know.
the chainsaws.
No,
chainsaw?
not the chainsaw. The truck. What are they? The side steps. You know.
Oh, running boards.
Yeah, running boards. Yeah, they
Yeah.
said they were steel, so hopefully they'll last. Amazon purchase. Discount.
They supported my 175 pounds today, so
They did. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're only 175.
yeah,
Oh. I'm at I think
210.
You think I'm 210? Ooh, no, I'm 190. 190. That's
Alright.
it. That's it. I'm not fat. I'm getting there. I'm trying to run. So yeah, another way. Have you heard about Oliver Anthony?
Yeah,
What do you think about this guy? Do you think he's a plant?
a plant?
A plant?
No, no.
Like you are.
I think he's a ginger. I don't think he's a plant. Yeah, I don't know.
So
It's
you don't like gingers, huh?
the Oliver Anthony. No, I just think that they should be recognized.
For who they are.
Yeah.
All right, but
treat
they
them
have souls.
treat them like individuals.
All right.
Yeah. But no, I think the Oliver Anthony thing was super funny with
Yeah, it was good.
like obviously it resonated with
Dude, I
a
like his
ton
music.
of people.
Yeah.
He's got a good voice and it's just
Yeah.
a classic
It
sound.
was recorded on a phone, just like
Yeah.
this podcast brought to you by
I think
Apple.
that's his first song that wasn't recorded on a phone, honestly.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
But the other ones were, yeah.
Yeah, like it absolutely blew up. And then
Yeah.
what I thought about the entire situation was like, okay, this guy next week is going to have the #1 song in the country.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And
I was like, it's a fucking good song.
it's odd how much his life is going to change in a week.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you
That's what
imagine,
stuck
you know?
out to me. Was like you're just immediately nationally famous.
Yeah, I can do that. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. And you definitely didn't think that was going to
No.
be the case. Yeah.
I kind of saw it though. I saw his projection because like I saw Joe Rogan post it. I was like, all right, this guy's famous, obviously, right away.
yeah.
Yeah. So like
Yeah,
that dude.
I guess if
yeah.
you get talked about on the biggest media in the world.
Yeah, but like that
then,
doesn't
yeah.
mean anything, you know. Like,
Well, it certainly
gotta
does.
be-
It's
you
all
gotta-
eyeballs.
well, yeah, it's eyeballs. For
You also
personally.
have to be.
But you have to be talented. You have to
Yeah,
be,
but
like,
you
a
have to be
good-
talented to get there and get the
Right.
recognition in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Joe Rogan, if you're listening.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pass us up.
Still sick. No, I'm all right.
Oh, as far as Montana values, just go back to that a little bit.
Yeah.
Self-reliance, I think that's a big deal too.
100%. You got to
And I-
prepare for winter up here.
I think we live in a place that lends itself to self-reliance,
Yeah.
or
'Cause by
the
necessity.
Necessity of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta prepare. Stop agreeing with me. God damn it, Lane. This is supposed to be depressing.
You're allowed to be depressed. I'm not gonna stop
Yeah.
you.
I'm not depressed. I'm angry. I'm trying to.
Let's get to the angry shit then.
All right. Well, we're talking about depression. Talking about drug crack. Have you seen the Painkiller show on Netflix?
I've not, but I did listen to Peter Berg talk about it.
I did too,
Yeah.
and I like what he had to say. He's an interesting dude. I don't know how.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
feel about him,
He's
but-
easy to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just the opioid epidemic, and
Yeah. So we
How
trust
that
our
is-
pharmaceutical companies in the future.
I think that has been proven time and time again that you should not.
So, live today. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get my second booster.
Yeah.
after this,
I
you know?
think it's the 6th now.
Is it?
I think so.
Fucking Purdue.
Purdue Pharma, let's go. Brought to you by Pfizer. No, I'm just kidding. Have you seen that online? The brought to you by Pfizer stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good shit. I talked to your doctor, but not those doctors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have a doctor. My doctor's outside.
I
guess.
have a pediatrician.
Yeah, you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Dude. You're getting old. You're like, later, I can't see you anymore. You don't fit on the table anymore.
Yeah, like, give me that free yo-yo though.
Do I get a sticker? Get a lollipop? Let's go. Yeah, why would doctors, when you're little, do you get a lollipop?
Mm-hmm.
It's just recurring, they're going to come back in because you're having too much sugar.
Yeah, I think it's honestly just to shut you the hell up so that
Yeah, it's
they
true.
can get through their day.
Or they inject you with poison. Yeah. All right. So the hippies were right about this before.
About the
shots.
Yeah.
Most shots. I don't think all shots are bad, but like most I feel are bad.
I think that you should get your kids vaccinated for some things.
I don't think so. But not some things, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I gotta research it.
The idea of an untested vaccine and just being like, yeah, put this in your 4-year-old, terrifying.
My work, we do data research, and it takes years to do it. When they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna do it in a year," I'm like, "No, that's not gonna."
Yeah, the odd part was that, like,
gonna
also like signing agreements. So like, okay, we can't be prosecuted if this goes wrong.
Yeah,
That should make people nervous.
It definitely should. And the fact that the sheep really came out in droves, like there was more sheep than wolves.
Yeah, that was an odd thing for
years.
It was both sides too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I still don't talk to some family, They owe me apologies.
It was like, great, we get to go outside again, maybe, but it's still the same people that are
When outside was like
super
the solution.
gung ho. Yeah.
Just go outside, you're fine.
Also, the solution was like, okay, don't be super old, don't be out of shape,
Right.
and you're probably gonna be fine.
Yeah, and even if you were like obese, a lot of those people were fine.
Yeah.
So it's like,
It's not like it killed every fat
And then
person in the United States.
on CNN recently, they said that it was like a huge number, like 30%. I don't know. There's a huge number. Look it up. CNN said they overestimated the deaths by like a huge number.
Yeah, they did.
Remember how they had the count going
Well,
on?
that was an issue with our hospital system too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because car accidents were COVID.
Car accidents, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
You chopped your arm off.
if you died with COVID,
yeah,
it didn't necessarily mean you died of COVID,
Yeah,
but those
you-
all went into the death statistics.
You got impaled by a skid steer. COVID
It'd be tough.
death.
I could see you getting crushed.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, forklift right through.
It wasn't that long ago in the valley where a guy was had the arms up on a skid steer and was underneath of it.
Oh
and
no!
hydraulics cut out.
Oh,
and
God.
just smashed him.
Oh
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
You wanted it to be dark. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, there's no hope. Be careful when you're operating heavy machinery. Yeah, we had a seasonal employee take it, we have these smaller combines,
Mm-hmm.
and they just ram it. They didn't pull it up, so it's on the ground, and they just turn it on and then jam it into the the barn, not the barn wall, luckily, but the entrance. There's a little rubber thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they just pop, bend the whole fucking side. I was like, oh God. That was $4,000.
I watched the guy with a homeowner. He's getting his whatever loan. So he
Yeah.
buys an excavator, he buys a brand new pickup. And he's out there on his property messing with this excavator that he has no business being on because he's never run one before.
Yeah.
And
He saw a YouTube video.
Immediately backed into his new truck with
Oh.
the blade.
Oh.
Just wiped out the side of this pickup.
So brand new excavator, brand new truck.
Yeah. And he gets out the excavator didn't get hurt. But
No, of course
not. Yeah, he gets out. I'm like, I don't know how much I should laugh. Because he's
Did you laugh,
obviously going to
though?
be embarrassed. How do you not?
It's dude, I'm
you
here
just
to
did
help.
20 grand in damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why? Okay, here's another thing.
Why do you keep moving after you've started to do that?
Well, because it's just easy. Just keep going.
Yeah, they track so quick.
They're pretty good at that. I haven't been in one in many, many years, but probably the same, right?
New ones are pretty slick. Yeah.
Everything new is so slick. Why is everyone buying $60,000 trucks when they can't even
What?
freaking buy a house?
What are you? What new truck are you buying that is
I'm
60
not.
grand?
I mean, you can do those GMC trucks. That's 60 grand.
Yeah, if you're like bargain barrel, it's 60 grand. But you get into like diesel with 4-wheel drive.
Oh, those are 100 plus.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow, it's wild.
I'm on like 2017.
Okay, so I actually do have an idea of like how this happened. It's
Okay.
like America doesn't really have like a luxury car brand. Like we have Cadillac and Lincoln.
They're shit cars.
Those are like
here.
the two luxury brands.
Yeah.
But like the best-selling vehicle in general is an F-150 in the United States.
Sure.
Like we are kind of a pickup culture,
Yeah.
even if not everybody needs it.
Nobody needs it.
Trucks basically became our luxury vehicles.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you get like you get the fancy version, like the Longhorn. What is it, the Longhorn version? Or no, that's not the right.
I don't know. You get the
What's it?
you got the High Country for the GMCs.
Oh, he knows his trucks. All right. High Country GMC. What else?
You got the King Ranch Platinum.
King Ranch is what I was thinking.
And then they got like a Super Platinum one for
Right.
Yeah.
But like, say you're working, why do you need that? Get an old truck. It used to be affordable to use trucks.
Yeah, well, I don't know. My 52 is quickly becoming not affordable.
Yeah. Well, is it still in the shop?
What's that?
Is it in the shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still in the shop.
I gotta run brake lines. Right?
Gotta run brake lines.
That engine sounds massively good, though.
You're gonna burn rubber and then need new wheels every time you drive it.
I figure if I wore out wheels on that thing, then at least it means that I drove it and enjoyed it. So
That's true.
yeah,
52.
52 for you.
Can you drive 55 though? What's the speed? What's the max speed? I don't know what the max speed is on that.
I mean, you figure if I get on a good hill and throw it in neutral, I'll hit 60.
All right. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It can hit 60 on a hill, is what you're saying. All right, let's get into
If I
it.
get the rear end re-geared, then it'll probably do 65.
That's all you need. You can go 65.
Look, it's a 1952 pickup. Like, what do you want it to do?
Just go on the highway.
Yeah. It's going to drive like that.
That's fine.
I'm not taking it to Billings.
Don't go up a hill. Don't do, that's kind of hard around here, but don't do it. Just cruise. What are you going to use it for? You're just going to your show car?
Because it's neat.
It is neat. It is neat. But yeah, turret on the back for the zombies. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Let's see. So I'm angry. You're angry? You're on the
Just about what in general?
on the way the world is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? So I think tyranny is here. It's right here. It's right now. Canada's a great example. Australia's a great example.
Yes.
UK is a great example.
New Zealand.
United States. Sorry.
Yeah, I think.
World Economic Forum.
Yeah. I don't get too worried about the World Economic Forum. It is amusing that a bunch of Bond villains get together once a year to just talk about Bond villain shit.
We're here to kill you, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, that's wild to me. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's some conspiracy stuff around that. There's some weirdness with some political candidates that are getting in the ring that they're a part of that whole thing. But
I don't know. I don't get as far into the conspiracies as you do.
I do.
Just because I think
I
people
don't
are.
lose sleep though. That's
I think people are mostly stupid, and it's hard to have a worldwide cabal.
Yeah.
That's my issue
Okay.
with most conspiracies.
Can we take a moment real quick?
It's your podcast.
So imagine the dumbest person you've ever met. Imagine the average person.
Yeah.
And imagine 50%.
Aviators, beard, Ariat hat.
These were a gift. And I love them.
You got your Joe Biden glasses on.
Hey, man, you don't know.
There is a cord over there. I just want you to.
There's a cord?
Yeah, if you wake
Oh!
up.
No, we're good.
I was talking about you tripping over it.
Oh, there's a cord. Which way do I exit?
No, I do think that. All right, so the entire COVID-19 thing.
What's that? Was it made in a lab?
Yeah. You're allowed to say that now.
I was saying it since A1.
I don't know. So the government shutdown thing, I went back to college and we were coming up on spring break. So in college during like the blow up of this thing.
Nice.
And so like at my last class, and they're like, hey, like we're going to be coming back, but it might be a little bit different with distancing or whatever. And then go to spring break, get an email, and it's like, nope, nobody's coming back.
So all
Everything's
online
shut down.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay, and then everything else shuts down too. Like here, it was different.
Yeah, but
Like,
you can still go to grocery
People
store.
boycotted a gas station because they required you to wear masks here.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't 2 years.
Yeah.
Wasn't even.
But-
wasn't even 6 months.
But
really.
to my point, like it was because it was like 2 weeks to stop the spread,
Ha.
and then they extended that and extended it, and I was like, okay, like at what point is like Americans just gonna go, I'm done with this?
And we knew pretty early on, like, oh, this is kind of like a
Yeah,
flu.
as soon as like more things happen, like if it
Yeah.
was a disease that like just killed young people,
I got the first round,
did you?
4th of July. The most American thing I've ever experienced. I got a American-funded lab-grown virus on the 4th of July, celebrating.
Okay, so you
freedom.
weren't talking about the vaccine.
No,
for the
no,
first
I
round.
got,
Yeah.
I got the OG, the Alpha or whatever.
Okay, all right.
It hit me like a ton of bricks, but not bad.
I did the test for like the antibodies,
Sure.
and I had it. I
Yeah.
had no idea that I had
It's
it.
because you've been eating game meat your
Yeah.
whole life.
Red meat, man.
Red meat.
But
I took a break.
Yeah, no,
I
I,
had too much
I,
chicken.
I kept thinking that Americans would just be like, all right, we're done with this,
Yeah.
and it kind of just never happened.
Mm-hmm.
So back
you
to your tyranny. I think
Tyranny's here.
it's easy for people to get comfortable with the status quo,
Yeah.
and
Because they think they're saving their grandparents.
I was like, okay, so like
Or something.
incrementally you can move that, and I can see people getting accustomed to it,
Yeah.
and then it just happened overnight, and people were pretty fine with it. I think that was jarring.
Yeah, the sheep. So there's a few things. It's the not presenting the facts is one.
Hmm.
The bystander effect. You know what that is?
No.
So people are more likely to stand there and do nothing, and just go with the flow,
Yeah.
than actually intervene and do what's right. Is a thing. There's also groupthink. You know what groupthink
Yeah.
is? Just get together.
Yeah, you
Those
get the-
forums. It's the internet. Internet's groupthink.
Yeah, you
essentially.
wind up killing Piggy and claiming the conch shell. Yeah.
Wait, what is this referencing?
Lord of the Flies.
Oh my god! I remember reading it and doing a report on that book, and it all just came back to me. That was a great reference.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, that's good. Topical. Read books too. Read books.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were going to get into politics,
Everything.
religion, or just literature.
Yeah, I believe that we will win. Yeah. So we can fight back, but not. I don't know. So you think go woke, go broke? I'm saying a lot of controversial things today.
I don't know. The go woke, go broke. I think you've seen it. Well, you
with
saw it
Bud Light.
heavily with Bud Light, which was the funniest marketing. That,
Yeah. Too bad that's one of our sponsors.
like they immediately come back out and like have a commercial with the two towers. It was like, if I didn't hate you before, I hate you now. Like, what are you guys doing?
Nail on the coffin.
Like, you could have just shut up for a month, and people probably would have moved on.
They would have.
Like, you just kept adding to this. And-
Yeah, they did.
yeah.
So you
And then
don't-
I think the other aspect of you seeing that is movies and TV shows.
Yeah, a lot of those movies did
Yeah.
not make any funds.
Yeah.
Did you end up seeing Sound of Freedom?
No.
Do you know who was on the Epstein list?
Was it that guy?
Were you a federal agent?
You know I can't talk about these things.
All right.
But
Lane is not. He cannot confirm nor deny.
yeah, that movie sounds like a real white people bummer.
White people bummer.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means we like going to see movies that are just bummers.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I actually haven't heard that before.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's an important story. Child trafficking, obviously horrific. The more you know
Still
is a good
ongoing.
thing. It's a white bummer. I don't want to spend 2 hours doing that.
That's a racist comment, sir. We don't condone racism on this. Whatever this is. We're just talking to a phone. This is weird.
And the 10 people that will watch this.
Hey, we might get 30 views.
If Allison's generous.
Did she say that? She's hilarious. That's a nice lady. Oh. Yeah, well, we gotta start somewhere. Like, if this is for fun, You know,
No, whatever.
it's whatever.
You're fun enough guy to talk to.
All right. I know a few things about. Okay, I know a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I know a
That's-
lot about. What
That's
I
how
do.
I've described you since I met you. It's like Dan is a really wide, shallow
He
puddle.
might have mental problems. Don't belly flop in that pool, that puddle. You said puddle.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You'll get hurt. Just saying.
It's just all the shallow end.
A lot of shallow end. No, I can think about things. But I do think Civil War is coming. Do you agree? I don't know actually if Civil War is coming. I take that statement.
Okay,
back.
so I don't agree.
I don't. Yeah, I don't either. I don't agree
Yeah.
with that statement either.
Yeah.
I just took it back.
Okay.
I'm taking takesy backsies.
Yeah, that's. I think it's funny where you see like both sides like allude to like that talking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't
okay,
know.
but like there's a big jump from
How
that.
would that work logistically?
There's a big jump from that to like I'm gonna go get my gun and fight my neighbor.
Yeah, you're not gonna fight your neighbor. You're gonna fight.
Okay, but then
crime.
There's
gonna be more crime?
You're just gonna be Batman? That's your Civil War?
No, I don't want my parents to die. But like, if people start dying, you know, like people like they're targeting groups. Of course, there's gonna be like a whole other group taking out, like trying to take them out.
But I don't know. That also.
So like maybe like skirmishes in
I
areas.
think at the same time, like I have less faith in people where I don't believe a lot of the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, we can't
But
organize.
But I do have more faith in people in the aspect of like, okay, if you tell the local PD here
Sure.
to go out and root that guy out of his house, I think that might be a tougher sell.
What do you mean by that? Like, say, what does this person do in their house?
Whatever, like you're on your list of go get them. Like,
So this is like a list, like SS list, like World War II list.
well, I mean,
Not-
sure,
not-
let's go with that. Yeah,
Not in that definite like bubble, but it's like
yeah.
No.
So that was the picture I picked up
painted that?
from you painting it. Yeah,
yeah, it's not a racial thing.
yeah. No, that's what you Bob Ross to me. So
Happy little bushes.
yeah, but like I
trees.
don't see people necessarily going along with that.
No, I don't see that either.
So
I
it's
see-
also like this Civil War thing. I'm like, who are you fighting?
We're fighting the fascists. But if you're late, I don't know.
Yeah,
So do you think it could be turned a different way, where it's not civil war?
I think you already termed it. It is a culture war.
Culture war is one, but sometimes culture war spills over into like
Yeah.
violence. What we saw that. We saw riots.
Did see it?
We saw mostly peaceful protests with everything.
Yeah, we saw the
burning.
mostly peaceful protests. We also saw a bunch of dipshits going to the Capitol on January 6th.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
maybe that's overcorrecting. We'll work on it. Those aren't really my people though. I'm the guy that I'm gonna go in the woods and like figure it out.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not gonna like.
I do find that like
Yeah.
that statement is absolutely abysmal too.
Go in the woods and figure it
Yeah,
out.
because
Why?
you are one of many people that are like, I'm gonna go in the woods and figure it
But
out.
then you make friends.
Like through
Right.
conservation efforts, we do have more deer population than when Columbus landed here.
That's good.
Yeah,
But if we all kill
if
them all,
everybody's doing that at the same time,
yeah, we're
yeah,
fucked.
there's gonna be no more game in those woods.
All right, but that's why I studied and learned agriculture. So give me some fucking seeds, dude. Let's invest in seeds. Give me some land. We're good.
Ah, man,
Seeds and land.
you go ahead and be a sod buster.
Is that what you call them? No, I think the best thing you can do is find out what refill or
I'm good.
brewski. All right, jeez. You can find what you're good at. Make sure it's something that helps people or benefits others. Don't be selfish.
Well, that's the nice part about capitalism.
The nice part,
You don't get paid unless you're doing a good for somebody else.
I don't think that's true though.
Oh, it certainly is.
I mean, you're selling. Well, what if you're selling them pharmaceutical shit that doesn't help them at all?
Okay, but you're also looking at an aspect of crony capitalism in there
Right, we're
too.
not in capitalism.
Yeah.
We're not in capitalism anymore.
Yeah.
If there was a true free market system, it might work perfect. It might not.
It might. I don't know.
It might not work.
I think that we have the
You gotta be a good person.
we have the worst system except for all the others. I'm not sure who that initial quote
Right.
could be attested
We have
to.
the best system. Isn't it the best system?
No, we have
versus
the worst system except for all the others.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody comment below. If you're watching out there.
Was it the other one I liked, especially during the 2016? I was like, man,
2016 election?
yeah, it was like democracy is people getting to vote for what they want, and they deserve to get it good and hard.
What kind of quote is that?
Yeah. That was a dark one.
Black pill pie. No, that's good. That's
Yeah.
great. So no civil war. Do you think nukes are real?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Oppenheimer movie?
No, but have you
Nukes
seen
are
the
real?
kids with frog legs?
No, I haven't seen no kids.
Hiroshima.
I have not been there.
Yeah.
I've not seen kids with frog legs.
Also,
Are-
okay, what
Are
is
the
your
frogs gay?
what is your opinion on dropping the nuke?
I am a guy who I don't like to see that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Death for no reason. There's got to be a reason.
Well, I
Always-
think the reason was whiskey too.
Whiskey 2?
World War II.
No. That,
I think that was
We
pretty
already-
much the reason.
that's not the reason though to kill innocent people. Because there's a lot
Yeah.
of innocent people. Like,
Yeah, there was a ton.
no reason to
Yeah.
do that.
But even on like a ground infill, you are going to kill a lot of innocent people. Like that is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not a big war
Especially
guy.
with just like the bomb raids that are happening. I didn't expect you to be like, I'm gung ho for war.
I love nukes.
I don't
Let's
know
drop
what kind of monster I was talking to.
I'm not a big war guy. More like, no more wars.
Like,
Maybe?
you're gonna walk outside and fight your neighbor after this.
No, so like,
So,
this
no,
is
no,
where I differentiate. Like,
no, like I'm
I'll
curious on
fight
your opinion.
a war in my
like,
backyard, but I'm not gonna go fight a war somewhere else. If they come here, I'm gonna fucking
okay,
do my
I
duty.
don't know, man. Like I go back and forth on that issue too, because like that
Yeah.
does sound nice.
It does sound nice.
We have had a much more peaceful world in general
But
post nuclear weapons.
yeah, but the amount. So all life is precious, no matter how stupid it is,
Yes, agreed.
no matter how woke it is,
Yes, agreed.
no matter how.
Well, and
whatever,
that's
you know?
the other side of
Yeah.
like the casualty breakdown
It
for
breaks down.
dropping the nuke or not was they figured more lives would be lost if it was just a ground invasion coming in and storming.
But they didn't account for the future. So like, there's gonna be that nuke that only
but like,
kills a certain
also
amount.
if you're looking at it from their perspective
Yeah.
on the ground, it's like, okay, we made this new thing. This is our
You could have showed it off the coast. They won't be able to fish for a couple generations.
yeah.
But you could have showed
They're
it.
like, this is our vaccine. We're gonna deliver it. Let's see how this goes.
Oh man,
But yeah.
I just think of I can't say it because he's got hit squads. But those poor African children. You know what I'm referencing?
Yeah, pie face.
Poor old Pie Face. You know who
It's
Pie
still,
Face
it's still the
is?
funniest video.
It's such a good video.
It's so damn funny.
He is human. He's not the Lizard King. Pie Face. Not a good dude. Not a good dude. Deserved more pie in the face, you know what I mean? That was my bad, New Yorker accent? I don't know. Fuck. Alright. What can we do? What about AI? We haven't even talked about that.
AI, for me right now is pretty comical.
Comical, yeah, because it's not like self-aware. It's not Skynet. It's like, here, I'm going to start a business.
The funny part about AI now is like you have the same people that were like telling coal miners to be like, well, learn to code.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like, yeah, AI can do that. What are you going to learn how to do?
Yeah, learn to farm.
Yeah. Like that's the funny turn of position.
That's why I chose
Yeah.
what I did. I was like, y'all always need to eat.
It's like you can't replace my job unless you're on the ground doing it.
I mean, have you
Yeah.
seen those Boston Dynamic robots? They do fucking backflips now. And
That's
shit.
cool.
They can grab shit, do stuff. They're better than humans. We should all marry a robot.
What is in that box over there?
Can't talk about it. All right, what else we got? So you're not concerned about AI at all? Have you seen the Terminator, man?
Okay, I'm not concerned about it in that aspect. Like,
Alright.
I don't know, people saying like it becoming self-aware or anything. Like, it is a system that needs to be prompted.
Right, for now.
But
Give it 6 months.
okay, but it is not a life. It's not making its own decisions. It gets set on a trajectory, and that's the way that it operates.
Okay.
And that's even with like the AI scripts or whatever, where it like generates a story.
Sure.
It's pulling all that information from human input elsewhere.
But what if it ends up evolving into not generating just a story, but generating a whole world? What if it
Are you
can...
getting into the simulation theory?
Have you seen... Do you watch Rick and Morty, the show?
Yeah, I know of it.
There's an episode there where it's one... They like have these metaverses, right? The little cubes, and it like powers his spaceship, and it's a whole world inside, and they're just jumping on this thing to like power it, but they're all like, they evolve, and they create another metaverse to power their shit.
He makes a world to be his battery for his car?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes, he does.
All right, that's a funny concept.
It's a funny concept.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but like,
Yeah.
it's funny. Like, I feel like that could be a thing.
I
don't know.
Like, I assume that if this is a simulation...
No, I don't think this is a simulation.
Yeah. You simulated
But
that?
Sometimes I feel fake as fuck, dude. I don't know how to change it. So I joke, but nothing funny comes out. You know what I mean? Nothing funny.
Yeah, you're covering up for your insecurities as a human being.
100%.
Yeah.
Most people in comedy are a bunch of fucking saps.
Are you classifying yourself as in comedy?
No, I'm just like some dude. some douche.
What section in like the iTunes library does this podcast go in?
That was a 2006 fucking comment there, dude. We're not in that decade anymore. LimeWire is not real.
Like, it's definitely not in like factual or like historic or...
I don't know. We'll ask the YouTube people later. I don't know. Like, I don't even know if this is recording right now. Do we just talking about shit and we're drinking apple juice? Sticking to it. All right. So what solutions, Lane, or view for the future do you have? Is there hope?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like, as far as the hope structure.
Let me see that future view. What do you got?
Okay, that was a super broad question. You're going to have to narrow it down a little bit. Is
All
there
right.
hope for what?
Hope for humanity. Hope for you. You have any hope for yourself?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Are you fucking bumper sticker?
Yeah. Honk for hope.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
is
of
it?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's hope.
Yeah.
But what does that mean? Like, what I want to see, like, what do you see the future? Say, like, 10 years in the future, what's it going to look like?
Look like here specifically?
Sure.
I certainly isn't going to be flying cars.
Skyscrapers?
No.
Craters in the ground?
I mean, if you get your Civil War that you're jonesing
No,
for,
I don't.
maybe.
Artillery, but if we get it, we need artillery weapons. I'm just saying, we need hook us up. Because that's how you win a war.
Are you asking Pieface to send you some artillery weapons?
Dude, I ain't asking Pieface for anything. God bless Pieface.
I don't know what.
I'm not getting in there.
Dude, this is such an open-ended question.
There's a body counts, man. There's body counts.
Yeah.
No, don't talk badly about Pieface or.
It is the funniest video.
It is pretty good.
It's so funny.
The funny that there's like two guys on it. There's like in a foreign country.
Also, like, what I'm curious about is what the other guy did.
He's just like.
Like, I just have an extra one. Am I like
good pie.
ditching this in the nearest trash can? I'm like pulling my collar up. Like,
Yeah. Well, do you know what was the conference for that they were meeting? You know.
I have no idea. It was in Brussels. Huh.
Brussels is in Belgium, correct? They have really good chocolate, I hear.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a chocolate pie with like white cream filling. It seemed pretty good, dude. Some white chocolate in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was an aggressive toss to his face.
I mean, it's better than a bullet.
It's better than a bullet. It's more fun to watch.
More
for
fun
sure.
to watch.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody got hurt. Someone's ego got hurt, but nobody got hurt. Someone's ego got hurt really badly.
The dude that threw the
did
pie
some bad
might
things.
have gotten hurt afterwards.
The foundation does bad things. It is laundering money. I don't know what you're saying. It is laundering. Not an admission of guilt. It's fine.
All right, so what's your hope for this place? What does this place look like in 10 years?
My hope is people stop getting so divided. I hope people can see that you're being manipulated. You're not necessarily a bad person, you just have bad ideas.
All right.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I think we need to go back to those small communities, more community driven, local stuff.
I think it's gotten increasingly easier to other people.
Yeah, everybody's an other now.
Yeah.
I'm an other, dude.
And it does come on like a political divide where nope, can't talk to them.
It doesn't need to be though, you know.
No, and
we'll have anybody on this little thing and talk about it.
It's honestly some of the best conversations you can have are people that you disagree with.
Yeah, because then you can stop agreeing with me and we can actually have a real conversation. We can learn. It's a learning thing. You know,
I don't buy into all the conspiracies that you love.
Orange Man, not bad though.
Yeah, Orange Man, dumb and loud, is basically how I view it.
Dude, he's got $1 billion company there. Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you feeling for this next election? Are we going to have an election? I don't think there's going to be an election.
I think there'll be an election. I think if we're looking at it right now, then it's going to be Trump-Biden.
Oof. They are old.
They're both very old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah.
But I don't know. It just on the ground today, September 30th. Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
2023. Yeah.
There certainly won't be debates, in my opinion.
No.
Yeah.
So Biden makes up words, right? You know that? You know this?
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a run-on sentence with no spaces.
But
so it's just the longest word in the human sentence.
There's a couple words. Yeah. Shouldn't have come on pressure.
What was the famous one that Trump tweeted?
Oh yeah. I don't remember though.
Right, so wait.
That's why we have a producer who's not here.
I can't remember who said it, but it was like Trump-Biden debates. It's basically the Cookie Monster versus was like the I don't know whatever like Gumbo Mouth Chef. It's just
and he tweeted
it's
that
just
out.
chaos at each other.
Trump the Cookie Monster.
It doesn't matter. They're both can't put words together.
That's good. That's good stuff. So yeah. So there's still hope.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Fuck. I don't want there to be hope.
The alternative is way more gloomy than.
What do you think the alternative is?
The alternative being no hope.
Press the red button.
So you're back on the nuke train.
Mushroom cloud.
Was it like detonated? Was it like 1,000 meters above the actual target?
Right.
Yeah.
So did he say it would decimate more people? That was only what, 50 kilotons? Smaller bomb?
Yeah, it was a small bomb. Yeah. Do you know the plane that dropped the first one?
The plane?
Yeah. It was called the Enola Gay.
The what now?
The Enola Gay. So the pilot, he named the plane after his mother.
What kind of name is that?
Her name.
What?
And she was livid with him for the rest of her life for naming the plane that dropped the A-bomb after her.
I don't think they had a good relationship to begin with. But that's just... How's your relationship at home?
I'm fine. We're not doing that.
We're not getting that? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy in my personal life right now.
That's good. That's very good.
Yeah, the Enola Gay, was it Fat Man and Little Boy?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know who was in charge of the naming of these things.
I don't know, but our government certainly likes little boys.
The sniffing of the hair is pretty fucking weird.
Whoa, the fact that that lady went to jail. Oh no, I'm gonna go to jail for this.
Yeah.
The fact that she went to jail for trafficking nobody. What's going on?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the list, man. The list. You gotta check it twice.
Is this how all of these go?
I haven't drank in a while, so this.
No, I was just talking about the podcast in general.
No, this is the Black Pill Pod. This is a little weird. We're getting a little weird, and that's all right.
All right.
So, last question, Lane.
Yeah.
You ready for it? How would you save Montana? This isn't a Save Montana series. You gotta. How would you save it?
Montana. Okay.
So all the things we talked about, you got to give a point on every single thing.
All right.
All right. First, step one. You get in the office. You have some power. What do you do?
One, I don't think Montana needs to be saved.
So we're gonna be fine.
I think I'm decently comfortable with how Montana is governed.
Governed, but all these rich people can't buy a house.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay, but then you're talking about like a different.
I don't know. That's a different problem. That's
Yeah.
more like
Well, you're also
nationwide.
like getting into like social engineering if you're like, nope, just enough of you guys can come in here.
Yeah, and we don't. We're still a free country, right?
Yeah, I'm not
We're a
doing that
free
shit.
country. Right, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Freedom
Plus,
is free.
those
Freedom
rich
ain't
guys,
free, though.
those rich guys do allow me to make a living.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
And we're allowed to post this, right?
I'd hope so. I don't think anybody that I work for
No,
has any say in that. But
That's cool.
yeah.
That's
Save
the
Montana. I don't know. We're gonna get back to the same like. You moved here for a reason.
Yeah, to get away from communism.
Keep the values that are instilled here that made you come to this place.
Self-reliance, hard work.
Yeah.
I like to snowboard.
That's
why we got this guy.
Self-reliance and yeah, the rest of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like honestly, it's nice seeing like a guy like you come in here because like you're starting a family.
Trying
like,
to. Well,
young guy,
allegedly.
you're in the age class that you don't see a lot of
Yeah.
coming to this area.
Do you think I can become a billionaire in 5 years?
No.
Okay.
But-
How am I supposed to afford to stay?
But yeah, like, you are changing the demographic in a good way
Well, that is helpful. Thank you for
because like
saying
young communities, that is a good sign.
that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not easy, especially these days. It's hard to
Yeah.
We moved, no jobs, not a lot of money after college, and just
Yeah.
it's full send.
I don't know if that's necessarily like a these days issue.
It's just all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
It's like you get back to like the Jimmy Carter days where interest rates were higher than they were now, and
Yeah.
people still bought homes and started families.
But relatively today, it's not the same. Everything was a lot lower. So
Yeah.
it's like we're in the silent.
So
depression for sure,
you
but
can complain more about the situation that you're in.
I can complain all I want, but I'm in the situation.
That's exactly right.
I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just saying I'm in it.
No matter where you go, there you are. Like this
Yeah,
is what
figure
we
it
live
out.
with.
We're
Yeah.
going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's that self-reliance. That's like we're going to work hard at it. We're going to figure it out. So
Every day's Labor Day. You have the right to work harder.
every day, it's like, were you up at 4 a.m. today?
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Yeah, Lane works hard. You want to shout out your? No. I'm just kidding. Do you need more work? No.
It's just, I'm not doing that.
We're not there yet. We're not.
This isn't a plug, me.
No.
I haven't written my memoirs yet, so when I do,
Yeah.
I'll come back.
Do you have a book recommendation? That's a good one. We can end on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Book recommendation.
Do you want
Whatever you want to recommend.
like Montana bound or just
Doesn't
in
have to
general?
be. Just in like something that will help the 3 people that are going to watch this to
Okay.
like be better themselves.
If you want to read a book